Hey girlfriends, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Namdia, the founder of the Girlfriend Experience. I host events for women that focus on healing while feeling like a ladies' night out. I'm on my own raw, messy, and freeing self-love journey, learning to show up for myself just like I've done for so many other women. So let's talk about it. Okay, so I always come on here with the intention to talk about something. And I try my best not to do too much. I don't even care. I don't even want to talk about that. One of the things, so this is our third day of our self-love journey, which was supposed to be a 14-day. And as you guys will notice about me, one thing you'll notice about me is that I adjust and I pivot, right? I used to think this thing about me was an inconsistency. It's less about inconsistency and it's more about me overselling myself to myself, and sometimes seeing myself doing more than my actual capability, and not capability as an individual, but potentially my limitations that I am surrounded by because of all the other priorities that I have along with this. This is a priority. But I've learned in this space, and you'll hear me say it 1,000 times, to give myself grace. And so I'm giving myself grace. And so as many days that we come on here, that I come on here and I show up and say, this is day this of our self-love journey before, for our Valentine's Day challenge, right? So before it was like 14, I'm not even going to give it a number at this point. So however many days I show up for myself, that's the days I'm going to give myself credit for showing up for myself. And as I show up for myself, I'm going to show up for you, right? Originally, I was coming to talk about doing, like adding something to your routine that makes you feel good, that makes you feel loved. So it's been a few years, I think it was 2022, so 2 years, that I started my journey of walking. So I walk. And I walked my way back to mental health. And some people deal with anxiety and they deal with depression. And at some point we are going to talk about my experiences with those things. Right now, you're just going to get a brief synopsis of this. But walking became a part of my everyday regimen. And I would talk to my friends on Marco Polo, and they would say, I cannot believe that you are walking. Like, you walk every day. Like, you really inspire me. And I'm just sitting here like, I'm fighting for my life, right? I don't think I'm doing anything spectacular. I don't think I'm doing anything outside of what I need to do. I felt like my intuition told me to walk. And I would walk from time to time, and I mean sporadically. Throughout a year, I probably would walk 2 to 3 times. When I began to fight for my life, and maybe that's a little bit of what I want to adapt in this YouTube space. But when I began to fight for my life, I walked for my life every day. My anxiety was so bad that, because I live in the mountains, some spaces where I walked would consist of these beautiful, incomparable mountainous views. And I live on a mountain. So so my views are crazy, but petrified me, because a part of my anxiety was just fearing heights for some reason. Driving became an issue. I had an accident, well, a hit and run, and that created a whole nother level of anxiety for me. Even sometimes when the weather would be bad, I would just have crazy anxiety. And I'm sharing this, well, again, like I said, my original reason for sharing this was because I started walking and this thing became a rain, sleet, hail, snow. I would be outside walking in the rain, the sleet, the hail, and the snow for 45 minutes every day. I was committed. And even when I worked at night, I worked like third shift. My lifestyle changed. So where I would leave for lunch and I would walk in the darkness because there are no lights where I am. It's black. I live in the woods. But where I worked was more like a rural area. Worst case scenario, I could get kidnapped, but you couldn't see a bear. You can see like an actual animal. But it was like, okay, so either I'm going to fear that and not do this thing and commit to myself, or I'm going to just do it because I'm so dedicated, and God is going to have to protect me because he understands why I'm doing this. And so walking was one of those self-love acts that I included into my daily life. The initial reason was survival, and then it became a lifestyle. Once I was over the depression and the anxiety, that phase of it, I think it lasted for like 2 months, and I continued to do it for 2 years. And even at the job that I'm at now, I'm at a different location. And so during the summer, I would walk to get my lunch, and my lunch would be a half hour away. And people would see me, and some people would see me and be like, that I knew in the area would be like, oh my God, do you want me to like drive you? And I would say, no, I'm gonna walk. And it was scorching hot. It was so hot. It was just so hot. It was so hot. Oh my God. And they would actually have a bit of a chuckle at the office. Like, oh my God, like she really just be out here walking in these streets. They don't know my story. They don't know that I was walking to survive, and it became my lifestyle. And it's crazy because other people were inspired by it, and some people were judging it, right? And they thought I was crazy. I never thought I was crazy though. I never felt crazy. I felt at my best when I was walking. I felt proud of myself and I felt happy. So I said all that to say that day 3 of self-love is incorporating something into your life that is going to feel life-changing, that actually brings you life, that actually makes you feel love. I know that we all try to set these goals for ourselves where we want to accomplish, and that's fine. I don't knock anybody who can set a goal and be like, I'm accomplishing this, rain, sleet, hail, snow, right? I didn't have a goal. I was in survival mode. And then it became a part of my lifestyle. So maybe that's my oh my God, what's the word that I'm looking for? Like, not my style. Okay, I guess maybe that's my style of application. So I noticed that sometimes we'll beat ourselves up for not committing to a thing, not realizing what I don't want to say style. I feel like that's for lack of a better word, like what your goal personality type is. So I realized, there's some people who are 100%. There are some people who are 80-20. There are some people who are 60-40, right? When it comes to goals, I'm a 60-40 person. Sometimes I'm a 40-60 person. And the reason that is because in my life, my style and how the universe guides me is a lot through me having a thought and an idea of a thing and me trying to control what that looks like. And then the universe kicks in and knocks me and my stuff down, my control down to like a 40. And it's like, let me handle the rest. And I'm kind of feeling or learning while I'm even doing this YouTube journey that I'm getting this epiphany right now. This is coming to me right now about myself. I started off at 100 in my mind, and then slowly it went down to 80-20. And now I'm at like 60-40, where the universe is like, Nim, just show up. I'll handle the rest. Right? So that's where I am. And so maybe this message was in equal parts about putting something into your routine that absolutely makes you feel loved. And maybe right now you need it as a tool to survive. And eventually it will become a lifestyle. And you don't have to be so hard on yourself, because maybe you're at 40-60 right now. And that's because the universe is like, relax, chill. Everything doesn't have to be under your control and check all the boxes when you're doing it. And then maybe you'll find that you're at a 60-40, and then you're at 80-20, and then you're at 100. And when you're at 100, it's like you're no longer judging yourself, because there are days that I don't get to walk. My experience has changed now, right? My life is a little different. But now when I don't get to walk, I don't beat myself up about not getting to walk. I'm like, okay, so I'll do something else that makes me feel loved, that I had to incorporate into my my self-love space. And that's coming in here and doing this. Or sometimes I'll just meditate and I'll just close my eyes. And you guys I'll eventually start to do vlogs with like showing some of my, I don't know. I will record myself. I've had videos up here with these things where I do my meditation and stuff like that. So I'll probably do those again. But I took it off as of recently, because I just want things to be in sync and aligned with what you see on here, because apparently branding is important, right? So one day I am going to get it so together that from start to finish, I'm together now. I'm together now. We will not affirm that we are not together. We are together now, okay? So one day, from start to finish, potentially you guys will be able to follow me. But I'm Dia. I am full of intrusive thoughts. And this is why I'm learning to trust the universe all over again, as I learn to trust myself, even more during this process of self-love. So make sure you incorporate those things that make you feel loved into your daily routine. Do it a little bit at a time. Do not judge yourself. Embrace the 40-60 until you hit the 60-40, and then the 80-20, and then the 100. And just be authentic to your pace of self-love and growth. Okay? So guys, I thank you so much for tuning in, and I'm going to shoot you over to that girl who says all the other things. All right, girlfriends, that's a wrap for today. So if this video resonated with you, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'd love to hear your thoughts. So drop a comment below. And until next time, like my mom always says, beloved, I wish above all that you would continue to prosper and be in good health. Bye.